What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here. And at the time recording this video, Monero just hit a new all-time high. At the time of release, it'll probably be sometime yesterday, unless Monero keeps pumping and it sees a new all-time high. But we can see here, January 11th, 2026, 2 hours ago, $596.87. That is absolutely insane. So we're going to take a look at this. We're also going to take a look at another coin. And if you were mining either Monero or QRL, which is the other coin we're going to look at, you would have been making major bank on a 3900X if you were mining it and HODLing 4 years ago, meaning the mining and HODL strategy does work, but obviously it only works if your coin takes off. It was hilarious because I do remember back in around this time here, we were talking about Monero always seems to go to $400. Now, obviously here, we were only around $150 or so. And a lot of people were saying that is impossible, not going to happen. But you got to remember, bear market mentality, people think it's over. Nothing's going to go back up. If you look at the 4-year cycles, look what we have. And we actually have a new all-time high now. I was happy over here when Monero just finally went over $400. I think I got rid of mine around 402. Now we can see we're a lot higher now. But point is, I'm happy with that because we went over $400 like we usually see every 4 years. Now, ultimately, we're exploding right now. We're probably going to see a lot of people trying to pre-order Bitmain's X9, but I highly urge you guys not to do that because over the next month or two, and especially by the time the X9 releases, one, it's going to be nerfed with V2, but probably not very much. It's still going to be the dominant power on Monero. The second thing is ultimately the price is going to be way down again. These things don't last, and we are moving into that bear market. But the point here is, let's take a look at some yields from about 4 years ago when I was mining Monero, and let's see what you would have been making per day. And before we look at that video, I just want to bring out QRL here, which is currently sitting at about $2.59. So keep that in mind because we're going to be looking at that. So I did go back and I was going through some of my videos right here. And the third video I ever released on YouTube was August 16th, 2020. It only has 548 views, obviously not that many, only 7 comments. But if you would have seen that video, you probably would have made some bank. And this video is actually labeled XLA Raven Dual Mining Gaming PC Profitable, which means XLA better than Monero and quantum resistant ledgers. So this is mining on my CPU while also mining on my 2060 KO, some Raven coin here. We're coming into that video right here. Do you guys remember what to mine? We used to use this all the time, but look at this. This is insane. QRL at the time on a single 3900X was making $1.11 before power cost, or 92 cents after power. 92 cents on a 3900X back then. That's pretty insane. Look at our yields. Estimated rewards, 7.35 before power, and the profit side was 6.79 coins. So 7.3 coins. Look at our yield on Monero, 0.0117, and after power, 0.111. Now, $1 before power costs, or 82 cents after power costs. And again, look at the yields. They're insane. Let's do a quick yield check on the two coins, looking at everything right now. All right, guys, so here we are today, 2026, January 11th here, 14 kilohash, 114 watts. That's a 3900X with G-Skill, FlareX RAM, 2 sticks, and that's CL14. I am putting in the same power cost I had before of 0.068 cents just to make everything right. So again, 14 kilohash, 114. Here we see 14,000. It's in hashes, not kilohashes like it is now, but 14,000 hashes is 14 kilohash at 114 watts here. And again, 0.068. Going back, QRL here, rewards 7.35, $1.11, 92 cent profit, and Monero 0.0117, $1 profit, 82 cents after. Looking right now, Monero is 0.001. So remember, we're getting 0.01 Monero per single rig. Now it's 0.001. So you can see it's going to take 10 days mining just to get the same amount. And it'll take about 11 days to get the same amount as you did 4 years ago. That's pretty crazy. 1 day then, 11 days or something of mining right now. And then looking for QRL, where the heck is that? So we can see, look at that. Oh, wow. 0.16 coins. down from 7.35. The yields are so low now because the profitability went up, the price went up. Network hash rate is so much higher that our yields are extremely low. And remember, we were on tail emissions for Monero way back then as well. It's just that the network hash rate was so low. Right now, we can see 6.46 gigahash. What was our actual network hash rate here? Monero is 1.2 gigahash online. So over six times more of the network hash rate. Here you can see 14.85 mega hash on QRL at the time. So 14.85. What do they got on it right now? 14, so 167 mega hash versus 14 mega hash. So, a lot higher than what it was. And now our current mining revenue, even though Monero's at an all-time high, you're only making 55 cents before power, where before you're making $1. Now you're making 37 cents after power, and you're around 85, 88 cents after power in profit. So you can see how mining, when the yields are down and network hash rate is down due to high yields, definitely is a better time to mine than mining when we skyrocket, because the network hash rate explodes, your yields are way down, and you're actually not making as much as you were previously to all this. So it's pretty crazy to see this. But yeah, if you were mining back then with the yields and everything, Monero would have been making you on a single 3900X $6.97 per 24 hours per day, almost $7 per day on a single 3900X. And if you're mining QRL, then that is $19.03 per single 3900X. That is absolutely insane. $19 a day and $6.97 a day if you were mining and HODL it to now, showing that the mine and HODL strategy 100% works as long as it's on a coin that, tends to pump. Monero, we see it pump every single bull market. So keep that in mind. We're going to see a lot of hash rate and everything fall off. So in the next 2 years, it might be time to turn back on, because we're going to see Monero drop back down to $150, $200. We'll see all this network hash rate drop off. Obviously, the X9s will be coming in. Let's just take a look at pricing of all those and see what things may possibly look like on those. All right, guys, so here we are at Bitmain's XMR X9 miner, and this thing isn't shipping until July of 2026. That is 6 months away. So obviously you can order and pre-order this thing right now, but I'd highly urge you guys not to do it, because in 6 months time, there's a good chance Monero will be back to $200 or less. There's also a good chance that these will only be selling for maybe $1,000 to $2,000, less than 50% of what they're selling for now, because they're not really going to be profitable. Now, there are still going to be absolute beasts when it comes to Monero, but remember, you're going to be limited to only Monero when these things release, and then maybe 2 or 3 other coins on there. But when it comes to straight Monero mining, these things are going to be beasts. Now, Random X V2 will be released by then as well, I am pretty sure, which will drop the hash rate and possibly efficiencies of this miner. Now, it's still probably going to be better than all the CPUs out there, but keep in mind it's also going to be nerfed a bit. So ordering this right now, because Monero is at an all-time high and all sorts of things, just because the pre-order is available, is a very bad idea. Because by the time it finally releases, it's probably going to be a heck of a lot cheaper, and there's probably not really going to be any profitability there. Speaking of profitability, I wonder what it's looking like now. The X9 is now, if it was released, the #1 miner in profitability at $35 a day. Again, when this thing releases, it's probably going to be $1 a day, possibly even, and this is at 7-cent power. Let's put this to 12-cent power here. So at 12-cent power, it's still, $31.99. And again, it might be down only $1 a day. It might even not even be profitable when it comes online, depending on what the price and stuff of Monero is. So keep that in mind there. And look, it just went up in profitability. But keep that in the back of your mind, guys. That is greatly going to change. So I highly urge no one to pre-order this so soon. It is 6 months away, and crypto can dramatically change in the next 2 weeks. Anyway, guys, for the most part, I just wanted to bring it to your guys' attention. Like, look at the price of Bitcoin actually in this, $11,821. Look at Zcash here, $83. We got Ethereum was only $429. Monero was only $90 here. ETC was $7. We got Dash at $93. Litecoin $61 at the time when we were mining this. back in, well, 5 years ago. Was this April or something of 2020? So I just wanted to bring to light, what our yields used to be mining these coins and what they're looking like now with the current price situation. As you would have been making major bank. Now I know Sojin and stuff, when it was Kryptonite, before it even went to Random X, he has about 40 XMR or something sitting there that he mined when it was Kryptonite, on an RX 570 GPUs, I believe. So he was using AMD GPUs, and he has 40 XMR still sitting there. So he did hodl from mining this with GPUs, and he has about $26,000 sitting in his Monero account right now. So, some people have been hodling. If you're one of them, you got a nice bankroll sitting in your wallet. So be sure to check out your wallets if you haven't checked it for a while, because there might be a little hidden surprise there. Anyway, guys, thank you for checking out this video. What are your thoughts and opinions on the mine and hodl strategy? Obviously, it has to work out to a coin that's good and actually pump. Most of the altcoins these days don't seem to do that, but some older OGs seem to be doing what they're supposed to be doing. Going to the moon. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Hit that subscribe button. Share this video around. Rabid out.